Hey everybody, it's Paul Heslop here with Salt of the Earth. So in this session in Spa School today, I'm going to be covering how to set up and actually operate a blend box. So I'm going to show you everything that's in the kit, everything that's included, and then just show you how to get going on it. So I'm going to try and do this in one take, and we're in our factory here, so if you hear any noises and stuff like that, it's just production going on. So the blend box comes shipped like with a little plastic top, a little tear off thing here. So we want to get that brand new plastic going. So when you unbox, just make sure that you receive everything that's included. Just double check that everything's in there. We have a lot of orders going out, and so we're making sure that's going out. Let's see here. That plastic will just so easily and conveniently for this video come off nice and easy. But then we have our logo, and that logo is going to go, as you can see, just right up top here. Okay. The blend box is equipped with 4 aromas and 3 boosters, and the 4 aromas, as you can see here, are actually, we place them directly across when we're setting this up. We place the aroma directly across from the hole, and in between there's the 3 boosters. And so, like, I have my Cabana Boy scent right here, I have Bamboo Antique, I have Love Spell, and then my orange here. So the reason they correspond with those particulars, this is where your client's gonna smell their favorite aroma right here. Okay, so I have my 4 scents and my 3 boosters. The 4 scents can change seasonally. Like we have 4 signature aromas in the brand, and then every quarter we come out with 4 new aromas that give us that seasonal selection. Typically with the kits, they come with at least 3 fragrance oils, and one of them there's always an essential oil in there. You can always switch those fragrance oils out for an essential oil. But the reason I want them to correspond with this scent, so this scent smeller will be Cabana Boy, is because I want my client, say I'm in a massage room, it's a bit darker. If they're always lined up, I know that this is my Cabana Boy scent, this is my Bamboo Antique, etc., etc. So the way we're going to invite our clients to smell their favorite aroma is we begin the service with a scent journey of sorts. This will just come right off here. And when I'm in a spa, I want to create as least amount of noise as possible. So your blend box will start, the plastic will be right up top like this. And we'll want to, because sometimes the scents can kind of catch on this plastic rim here, we actually want to pull the plastic back a little bit. And then we want to glide over. I don't really want to do that, and I don't want to do this, because I want to create less noise and friction in the treatment. So I'm going to glide it right over the top here, okay? And then I pull it out like this, and I can just invite the client. I can hold it with my 2 fingers like this and then invite them to smell. I can also hold it like this, and I'll kind of put the first one to my nose so they visually know what to do, and I'll say, go ahead and give these a smell. And as I have them smell, I can describe each one to set them in the mood. If they want something invigorating, relaxing, a lot of our essential oils and scents have different purposes to them, but I'm going to have their smell their favorite aroma to start with. So we have different protocols, whether it be a body treatment, a manicure, or pedicure, that will tell you in sort of very specific orders, but this is just how it works. And so they smell their favorite, and then what I do is I place my fingers like this, and I take 2 of them away, because I'm always going to have an aroma, and I'm always going to have a booster that I place in there. So I'll put those to the side there, and I'm going to show you with the boosters that we have in there right now. We have an anti-aging serum, we have a thermal powder booster, and a hyaluronic acid serum as well. So I'm going to be blending with Cabana Boy today, and you can see how to get this out, I sort of push this down, and then I can pull from that angle, and then it just flips this way. And I'm going to grab our thermal powder booster, okay? So those boosters go like this, and then similarly, this will just slide right back on top. So now I have my blend box ready to go. I have easy access to the scent. I'm going to unscrew this oil, and that's going to be ready to roll. So these are kind of prepped and ready to use. So again, the pouches, depending on what kit you purchase, are going to come with different, actually 50 of each pouch. There's going to be enough services and pouches in here to do 50 full treatments, whether it be a manicure, pedicure, body treatment, massage. So you'll notice on the side of the pouch here, we have body. It'll indicate body, pedicure, manicure, of which treatment it is. A lot of times we use our pouches also, like sometimes maybe you have a client that like has more hair on their arms and you need to use more scrub. Like what happens if like that happens in a manicure? Well, sometimes, oftentimes we can take a pouch, and I like to cut these. You can tear them open. There's little tabs in there, but I like to take a scissors and say I'm doing a manicure, but I feel like I need more product. You can use a pedicure pouch. I like to snip the corner off there, and then I can use maybe half the pouch or 3/4 of the pouch. So that's a way to use them in different types of services that way. So to prep, I even like to come to the table with my pouches, like all 4 of them torn open already. I have my mineral salt we're going to soak in. I have my creamy scrub we're going to exfoliate with, the mineral mud mask, and then our mineral cream to massage with. So I like to have those either torn open already, and I can use scissors, or I can just give that a nice little tear. But I'm going to first show you, I'll just go in order of here, the treatment. We'd first, of course, start with our mineral salt as a soak. I kind of clean the edge of this out. This is my creamy shea butter scrub. And I'll give this a nice even tear. Okay? And then I can sort of get the product out of that as well, that way, from the base. I can snap this into place. Your blend box kit will come with a box like this of spatulas. There'll be 100 spatulas in there that are Salt of the Earth logoed spatulas. So in a preparation, you'll want to prepare the amount of spatulas you need. You'll want to get your pouches ready. You'll want to be completely prepped so you're not having to go back and forth. But I'll take my creamy shea butter scrub, and that'll kind of clamp it down into place. And you can see when I use this, the creamy scrub is the hardest one to get out because there's granulars in there of sugar and salt. But I want to scrape this all the way to the end, and I don't want to get my entire spatula dirty, so I'm going to take the tip of it once it's to the end, and then I'll scrape it out like that. Okay? Now I have a pouch that can slide back on. I discard my pouch, and I've got my creamy shea butter scrub. So again, there's protocols in there, but as far as the amount of drops of aroma that we put in each product, on a manicure pouch, we put 3 drops. Pedicure is 5 drops, and body treatment is 8 drops. So being a manicure, 1, 2, 3. I give that a nice little stir. I don't want to like spread it around too much because it's easier to grab more product when it's just like more condensed. So I give that a little stir, and then I'm gonna sort of I'm just gonna kind of cut that in half. I use half on one arm, half on the other. Just to talk a little bit about the creamy shea butter scrub while we're here. There's sugar, salt, and shea butter in there, so it's gonna give you actually want to make sure the client's skin is dry. If the skin is too wet, it's gonna fall off. When you apply it to dry skin, and you can add a lot. If you feel like you're like, oh, I don't have enough scrub here, like this is not moving up the whole arm or the leg, you add a little bit of water, and that will emulsify it up really nice. And so after we'd have used 100% of that product, so I'm going to take this scrub, and we would, most of it would be off by now. I actually just take a hand towel. I have this wet, this ready to go, and since this is used on the same client, I can just use that to wipe. Nice little wipe, and then I'm ready to go. I fold it and then reuse that hand towel. So now I'm ready to go with my other application of product. If I'm going into a mineral mud, I snipped this side of that out. I'm just going to show you how to. Sometimes I want to take half that pouch, and I'm doing an express treatment. I'm doing a mini foot treatment. You can use these blend box pouches in a number of different ways, but I'm just going to dispense a little, or maybe you're just doing a demo for a client. I'm just going to dispense a little bit of this out. And then I can like get little chip clips, and I can close this off with a little hairpin or something like that, and close that off and use for future use. So I'm going to dispense that out. Again, same thing, 3, 5, and 8 drops. We're going to drop the product in there. This is the mineral mud mask. The mineral mud is used as we're actually going to detox, and it's going to hydrate the skin. So typically depending on your protocol timing, You can see our protocols for recommendations, but if I have a treatment, the mask is used, we're gonna like place that on the skin. It's a wash off product, but when we apply the mineral mud mask, we do a nice thin layer of it. We even have coming with the kits is a little a Salt of the Earth branded masking brush. So this gives me a really nice, we're gonna paint that on the arms and the hands and the back for a treatment, full body. And we give a nice even layer of this. When we let that soak, whatever you have, if you have towels, wrap it in hot towels. If you have plastic booties, if you have saran wrap, a lot of our clients actually use saran wrap to do a wrap with. But before we wrap, our most popular booster that we have, again with the hyaluronic acid, the anti-aging, is our thermal powder. Our thermal powder booster is organic minerals from the Great Salt Lake. And this powder is the magnesium, zinc, iron, sulfur. When I apply this to the skin, I just kind of dust it on just like that, like a nice little layer of that. It heats up really, really well. Has a burst of heat, and the minerals are going to penetrate into the skin. It's going to have some heat therapy. Immediately, we're going to wrap that. As soon as we use that on the client, we're going to take and give that a nice wrap. We'll let that soak for 5 to 15 minutes, depending on the length of the protocol. Again, I'm going to use all that product up. The excess mud in our treatment gets wiped off. The excess mud that's on the top of our blend box, that's going to get wiped off as well. So it's super quick and easy. Sometimes if you're doing a treatment and say you're doing a scrub on their feet, but you also need a massage, I'll use half the blend box. In some of our protocols, we're sort of using products at the same time. And so we'll reserve half the surface for the scrub and half for the cream. The mineral cream, again, these pouches will come color coordinated with what product is coming inside. I'm going to tear open I take the top of that off, give that a tear, get one of my mixing spatulas here, and then you can place this, but I get to the point sometimes where you can just clamp it with your fingers, take it right to the edge, and then take that off, ready to go. So we've got our drops we're going to add in there. It's a pedicure pouch, I think. Maybe manicure. Oh, manicure. So we're going to give this a nice little stir. It's very important to do this in front of the client. The reason we have these pouches is, first of all, portion control. Secondly, it's a sanitation thing. And so one of the biggest issues that people have with pedicures today is sanitation. And so this is an experience. We're wanting to drive this experience home, and this is one pouch especially for them, for the one individual client. They can see it being torn open. They can see it being dispensed out. This is very intentional to create an experience for the client. And by doing these steps in front of them, it feels more personalized, and it is personalized. They chose their scent, and it's being dispensed right on the top of the surface. To create the experiences, it's very, a lot of times we're using aroma and spa, but we want to use sound and we want to use visuals here with the blend box. And by using these things, this really helps us just enhance that experience even further. So with the, again, you'll see in the protocols how much thermal powder to use, but this is really only used for you can get 2 manicures out of one of these, but we have these refill kits where you can refill these all the time. A lot of our clients also on the thermal powder, they'll take a powder sugar shaker, and we have more professional sizes than thermal powder, and you can just dust the thermal powder onto the skin with a powder sugar shaker. So I don't really take, when I'm going here, I don't really take this out, because I'd rather just keep it in there and keep it, I don't screw it on, I'll just keep it loose. Then I can go back to my scent 3 or 4 times when I'm adding aroma into there. So all the products we have, I'm going to take this off here if I can. Put this away. All the products that we offer you can combine an aroma, with exception to one of our products that's called Fire and Ice. And Fire and Ice, we do have a protocol on this. It's like a Fire and Ice awakening ritual, but at the end of the manicure and the pedicure kits won't come with Fire and Ice included pouches, but the body treatment kit will come with Fire and Ice. This is a menthol infused lotion that helps with sore muscles and joint pain and everything like that. And so at the end of the service, we can put that on sore muscles, sore areas. It's very, very effective to just really create that awakening ritual for a client at the end of a massage or mani-pedi. So that's a nice little bonus. That's a nice cherry on top when we're adding the fire and ice. Part of the entire intention of the blend box is to create that really amazing visual, sound, aroma experience for the client. We're trying to give them a wow factor. We're designing and putting these things on their skin right in front of them, right in the treatment. But a big part of this is retail for us. So with each of the kits, they'll not only come with the 50 treatments that you're going to do, but they'll come with retail jars in 2 sizes. We have a 6-ounce jar size, which you see here. It'll come with a box like this. This is we call it modern apothecary. It's a modern twist on a classic apothecary elixir bottle. It'll come with a really nice display box. And on a merchandising level, you can take multiple boxes in your spa. You can stack them up. But these will come out, these 4 jars, and these happen to be the 4 products. When I'm doing a service, I actually want to display this box and these jars right there next to the station. And a big thing with retail is just we want to make it known that we sell these products, and we also want to offer them a full-size jar at the end of the service. And so with that being said, I have my 4 jars here ready to now invite my client and custom blend. The custom blending is super easy on this. Okay, so we have the 4 choices: the cream, the scrub, the mud, and the salt to choose from. We also have just launched a new mini size of jar, and it's just our little modern apothecary minis that we've got. So similarly, these are just 1.5 to roughly 3 ounce size jars that you can mix a small amount with. So depending on the service, we're having some of our spas include a full-size jar or a mini jar as a complimentary upgrade, as a complimentary retail product. It's also great for upgrades. So the kits will come with mixing collars that are the correct size. I think 4 of each small and large mixing collar. And that's going to enable you to avoid spillage when you're blending a product. So say I wanted to blend a little mineral cream, a 6-ounce jar of mineral cream. I'm going to take, and we'll get more into cells and strategy in other videos, other training videos on our spa school about how to go about doing that. But I'm going to take my mixing collar and I just twist that on really simply. Take my aroma. I'm going to do 2 full dropper fulls. So just 2 full squeezes of my Cabana Boy scent, the scent that the client chose. And then this is important, I want to just get them involved in the process. And so I'm going to have them mix that up. So I'm going to let them blend it up because we want to get them more involved in the service and the product and doing that. So they give that a stir for about 10 seconds. You'll see the liquid, you'll see the product sort of solidify in there. Scrape the edges there so I have less waste. Take that mixing collar off, and then we give it our little cap. So also with the kits comes scent stickers. So we find our right scent sticker. This one says Cabana Boy. It corresponds with the scent oil that I did. And there's a little gap right there on the corner at the side of the jar. It comes with a little Sharpie pen. Some regular pens are sometimes hard to use, so I'd recommend a Sharpie. And it says handcrafted by. And I'm going to sign my name, Paul. So we want to get the client involved in that process, because if they had made it, we want them to feel that more connection point to the product and to the brand. And so they handcrafted by it. Maybe it's for a gift. They get to autograph that. So with this concept, we also have a true recycling initiative. We have these larger back bar pouches that are 18-ounce sizes that will refill these jars. So their first fill might be one price, and then the refill might be another less expensive price for them to come back in on the true recycling initiative. So again, on the retail, you're going to do 2 full droppers. On the smaller one, we're going to do about a half dropper. Scent is variable, so if I'm doing a salt, I'd like to add more aroma. I like to maybe do 3 to 4 droppers full of scent, because in a bath salt, we like it to be really aromatic. but that about a half dropper for the small and then 2 for the large. So as far as the kit goes, it's going to come with your pouches, your oils, everything you need to execute custom blending in both treatments and retail. And for us, again, it's really about the experience. And so we just recommend you everything's done in front of the client. Prep as much as you can beforehand, but focus on the client and the experience. And then you can see how easy this is. Now my blend box is really I would sanitize this at the end, but I'm clean and ready to go. I grab more pouches for my next client. I check my scent levels to see if I need a refill on those, but then I'm ready to go. So thanks for watching this session in Spa School. Make sure to check out our other protocol videos on the Blendbox body, mani, and pedi treatments. Also our Fire and Ice Awakening Ritual video is a really great one on how to add fire and ice to any treatment. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.